All right, hey everyone. So this is a quick video just to explain to you a few things about events and running them and why you should do them, how to promote them, what to do after an event, and how to structure each event. So events could be anything from an actual event that you host at your home. So usually we like to call them like shake parties or get together party at home or get to know each other. You can word it and name it however you like. Then we also have live events, which are also brilliant because you get to go live in front of people. And it's super convenient because it's just you at home and you don't need to organize anything. So if you're running out short on time or anything like that, an online live event is probably the best option to start with. And then you also have actual events where you rent or take up a little bit of space or a table even in a cafe or in a bar, and then you run your event. So why should you do events? I think the main reason for doing events is the fact that you will gain a lot of trust from them. And that's simply because you are showing the real you at an event. Doing posts, some people might think that you're just faking it, that you're not really being yourself. And once they see you on recordings, on pictures, and actually in person for those people who do come, then they will realize that this is just actually who you are. So they will start trusting you more. And we know that once people trust us more, they'll feel more comfortable to approach us for us to help them in their health journey. And another reason for doing events is that it actually shows you as a more serious person. So yes, we are real people. Yes, we're trying to help and we're having fun with it. But at the same time, it's a business that we run and it's our business. And I think events really reinforce that business image that we're trying to convey to people. So running events will make people think of you as a really serious entrepreneur. So it's really good for people to think that way, because then they know they can actually trust you for real advice and you're not just doing it just like that you actually know a few more things than just the average person. And another reason is that it's actually really fun to do them. You get to meet a lot of people, you get to chat to people, you get to know who's actually interested in the products or the business, and it gives you really, really good practice, especially if you're aiming to achieve more in this business. Practicing to speak in front of a camera on a live video, or meeting up with people at home, or running events in a cafe or a bar gives you really good practice in speaking in front of people, which is something that you will most likely be doing when you're standing on stage at a convention. So it gives you really good practice to get that across better. And it also improves your communication skills, because even when we're just chatting to people through messages or through a telephone, it's all about practice. In the beginning, we might not get it perfect, and it's very rare that you'll get it perfect at any stage, but there's always something to improve. But if you don't practice at all, then there's no way of you improving. And now, okay, so that's the reasons why you should do events. And now, how would you actually promote them? There's a few ways that you can promote your events. You can actually pay for, there's a specific amount of people that will design really beautiful leaflets for you. And if that's the way you want to go, then brilliant. Definitely invest in that. It's an investment in your business. But you can also do some leaflets yourself. There's an amazing app called Canva or Pinterest to get the images from them. So there's a lot of applications that are free for us to use, that you can just create your own leaflets, and you can then use them in your posts when you're advertising the event on your posts. You can advertise it on groups on Facebook, so you can actually create a group event sort of thing on Facebook and then invite people to it. That's really good because it actually will send a reminder to people who have clicked that they are attending. And if you select a location for it, then people around that area will also get a notification that this and this person is going to an event near you. And that's really good because it spreads the word out there about your event without much effort from your side. You can also advertise it through your private chat. So if you're speaking with people, when you're planning an event, you should always let that person know that that's something that you're doing. just to spread it out so more people know about it, and you're just marketing it by word of mouth, which is a brilliant way of doing it. And just simply screaming about it when you're working, if you're working in an office, if you're speaking to mums, if you're meeting people out for a coffee. If they ask you, a super easy way to mention it is if they ask, oh, hey, how are you? Just mention, oh, I'm so excited about organizing my event. And that way, it's just naturally coming out, and it's naturally letting them know about what you're doing, not necessarily forcing them to come or attend or anything like that. And keep your posts excited about it. If you're going to be excited about your event, then more people are going to get attracted to it, because who doesn't want to be a part of something exciting, right? Now, the structure of an event. You can modify this to however you like, and once again, it comes down to practice, to what comes easier to you or how many people you have. But it's really good to have a host or two hosts. I would probably say no more than two, because then it gets a little bit more complicated. But having a host or two that will speak in between different speeches, just to let people know what's happening and to let them know that you are the actual person who's running this event. So they will look at you even more from that way. Then you want to have some speakers or even yourself mention your story, business story, and products. In every story that someone mentions about themselves, they will of course mention some of the products. And it's really good to have a few testimonials from other people, so you can invite people to either join your live as a duo live, or actually attend your home event, or attend your like a bar or a coffee meetup, and ask them to speak about their journey. Then when they actually mention the products, you can go a little bit more into detail about them. So rather than telling them, I have amazing hair because of the berry capsules, you can say, I have amazing hair because of the berry capsules, because they are fully natural and they have this and this amount, blah, 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 antioxidants. And just say a little bit more about them, because everyone who attends your event will know why they are attending and what they're attending, what is going to be there. So you can be really direct with everything, and you can tell them everything about the products and the excitement about the business, because that's actually what they are there for. They know that they're coming to a business event, so they know what to get out of it. They won't be expecting you to beat around the bush like we tend to through our posts. And then you want to also have people to speak about the business. So you can either invite people, but you can also do everything yourself. We all have a product testimonial and a business testimonial ourselves. So it's good to involve other people, because it shows to others from the outside that there's more than just you and the team. There's more than just you and the business. And it's really nice to get an image of your business testimonial, but then someone completely different, to show people that there are loads of different sorts of people in this business, and also to make people feel more comfortable about joining, because as soon as they know that there's someone that's in a similar situation as they are, they're more likely to then join, because they can actually relate to it, and they won't feel like the outcast of the business, where some people might actually feel that way. Then you want to, so you have your host, your product stories, your business stories, and it's up to you how you actually, what structure you go with, arranging it in what order. You can have the host introducing the event and everyone to the audience, telling them what they're coming here for, basically. Then you can say a little bit about your story and a bit about the product, then invite a person to speak more about their product journey. Then you come back on into the middle and you start saying, okay, something about it. Then you mention a little bit more about the product that they've discussed. Then, or that person mentions a little bit more, especially if you don't know much about it. Then you can ask that person to speak more about the product in depth. Or you can even have just one person presenting the products to say, this is that, this is this. And a good thing to have in your events, and I will include it in this structure sort of thing, is to actually have the physical objects, so physical berries, all the capsules, all the shakes, bars, soups, and everything that we have just there, so people can see it, people can touch it, people see it's real, they can read the ingredients that are on there, they can see how pretty they look. And that's probably one of the key things that gets people come as well, because they actually get to see everything rather than just pictures on Facebook. Or through a live event, they'll be able to see all the products in one, so they can gather every information that they want. especially if they're the sort of people that like to decide what product they get onto themselves and they don't necessarily want much of your help. Now, afterwards, so the event has finished, it's gone really well, you've presented all of your speeches and everyone else in there as well, and then after you've presented, of course, you should leave time just for questions or just to go up to every single person that's there, have a chat, get to know them a little bit. That way you're getting to know these people even more. And after your event is gone and you've gone home, make sure you've taken loads of pictures of your event, especially of you standing in front of them, speaking, or taking screenshots from your live event. You can even do that afterwards, just going back on the video, pausing it and taking a screenshot. And then after the event, still show your excitement. Don't just forget about the event for the next week or two. Still continue speaking about it, continue talking about what was discussed, how excited you were. Maybe you're planning another one so you can mention it then as well. Show people that you were speaking in front of a crowd. Even if it's on a live video, you can tell them, oh, I've had this and this many people watching and it's been really great. So don't just forget about it. Now, this will create curiosity to those people that either missed it because they didn't hear about it, or it will make them feel really gutted that they couldn't attend. So this is just a little overview about events, on why to do them, how to promote them, how to structure them, what to do afterwards. And all of these matter. Yes, that's true. But actually, as long as you are running an event and you're really excited about it, everything will just fall into place. It doesn't have to be perfect. It will very rarely be perfect. There'll be hurdles and little bumps that you'll have to overcome. But as long as you're excited about hosting an event, and you should be because it's your business and it's something that you're presenting to people to benefit from, then that's all that matters. Just go along with the journey, enjoy the process of it, and look forward to doing more. Every single person out there and every training video will tell you events will build your business. And that's simply true, because this is the easiest and the quickest way to tell people about the excitement, the serious aspect of it, that it is a business, to those that want it to be that way, to show people everything about the products, everything about the business. So it's a really, really good and easy way for you to tell everyone what you're up to. Now, if you want more questions, give me a shout, put a comment below and I'll answer you, and I'll try and help you as much as I can. But my best advice, following everything that I've already said, is to just do one. Do an event, do a live video, host a home meetup, even if only one person attends. That's that one person that you could change their life forever. Or maybe someone is watching from the back, from the live videos. Even if you're doing an event at a bar, you can still host it live or do a few recordings and then host these little clippets. So just get on with it. Just host an event, either live, and go out of your comfort zone. That's when the magic happens. Enjoy the journey and practice as you go along the way. So that's my best advice for you guys about events. And I hope that helps some of you. And if there's something that you didn't understand or you want me to go through with you personally again, or if you're hosting an event and you want some extra bit of help, don't hesitate to message me. So hope that helps you, and I look forward to seeing some of your events. Bye bye.